Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film American, the Bill Hicks story. This is a documentary about the life of Bill Hicks, and it's presented to you through his family and friends. And then they show video clips throughout, like from the beginning of his stand-up, and you watch his stand-up evolve until the end of his stand-up before he died. To tell these stories, it's not just talking heads. They show pictures, like animated, which is kind of a little straight to DVD, straight to video kind of documentary feel to it, which I didn't entirely like sometimes, and other times I thought it was really good. It's very hit or miss, and I think the opening parts is animated by someone other than the guy who did the rest of the parts, and I think that person maybe should have done the whole film. It would have given a little more consistency, and the beginning parts just weren't very good, I thought. As a documentary, I found myself really intrigued in this, and I'm not a huge Bill Hicks fan. I mean, I like Bill Hicks. Sometimes I'll look him up on YouTube and stuff, but I didn't really know much about his history other than the Letterman appearance. I thought this was really interesting. You know, I learned quite a lot about him, learned about him as a person, and I watched his comedy evolve into what it become and kind of understand that evolution. The one thing you'd probably have to think about this film is, much like Citizen Kane, not that this is as good at all or anything, but do you really get a sense of Bill Hicks, or are you getting a sense of Bill Hicks the comic? I'm not a big enough of a fan of Bill Hicks to really make a claim like this definitely gets him as a comic, but I feel like I get him as a comic. So I hope that's true. I don't know if it is true. I got that feeling when I left the film. I don't know if I got to know him really as a man, because I don't know him, and I don't feel like I maybe did, really. I got the perception of him from his friends and family, and that's probably, I guess, a good estimation of who he is. A film like this is like a really good sit-down A&E biography, and I love A&E biography. I love laying on my couch sometimes and watching a full one and like feel, you know, really getting into it, and I did get into this, and I don't know if this is that much better. I think sometimes it can be a bit heavy-handed. I wish it was more of a documentary examining why he was great than he is great, and I think it explains why he's great, but I think more of a journalistic approach might have been a little more interesting. I don't think it's the greatest directed documentary. If these directors have a good subject, they can make a good movie, but I don't think they're like Earl Morris, where they can take a subject, any subject, and make a good movie. I think they have to have a good subject, and Bill Hicks's life is a great story, and I think if you're just a decent documentarian, you can probably make a good Bill Hicks movie. There can still be a definitive Bill Hicks movie, but this is a nice try, and it's a very good try, and it's a good movie. I'm not saying that because I want a feature film about Bill Hicks, like with Russell Crowe in it or anything. I'm just saying that because that's what I got from this film. I think there probably could be another documentary made about him. Alright, so if you have seen American, the Bill Hicks story, and you would like to talk about it, then comment below, and subscribe if you would like to.